say what you did.
Alright, well, my name's Kulerin Lake, and I'm in social justice because I thought it would be a great experience to be in the course, and the trip to Nepal was a bonus of the course, so, I mean, it's a once in a lifetime experience, so, why not?
Talk about greeting your buddy.
My buddy was not the most social buddy, but when I first met him, I shook his hand. He just kept smiling, didn't really want to talk and stuff, so I had to sort of force conversation out of him. But it was he was around my age, so it was good to have somebody close to my age. The school was much different than I thought. I'd seen pictures of the school from previous years, and I'd only seen one side of the school, so I had no idea that there were multiple buildings. I only thought it was one building. And when I got there, there was a big basketball court and a big courtyard and stuff, and tons of kids. It's not the most high-tech school like ours, but it's definitely good. Is it fun to do carpentry?
Put your hands in.
And what did you think of the lunch?
The lunch, it was tasty.
What was the lunch?
The lunch was rice, dal, buffalo meat, and some water, and some potatoes, I believe, as well. And those kids ate it faster than I could take one bite. They were putting their hands up for more, and they were shoveling it down their throats. It was unbelievable.
What?
Buffalo meat.
Buffalo?
Yeah.
I've never had buffalo. That is hardcore. That's cool.
How did you feel? Were you sad that you had to leave?
I was sad. I mean, a lot of the kids were, following the bus and yelling goodbye over and over again. It was just like felt like kind of being a celebrity where there's all these people looking at you leaving, and it was just kind of really sad because I'm like, oh, all these poor kids. And I'm not gonna see them for a while.
What was your favorite thing to do during free time in Kathmandu?
Well, that's I'll give you the school-friendly explanation, but it was probably shopping. Being able to freely roam the city. It was amazing the amount of freedom we got from our teachers and all that. I mean, it sort of felt like the first time, when you're like 12 or 13 and you first get to go out on your own to a store with friends and stuff like that, only you're in another country around the world. And just interacting with people on the street, bartering with local shop owners, buying local products.
More than 5 years, 8 years, no problem, because this one different material, yak bone.
Okay, very nice, but I don't like yaki stuff.
Our good friend, Sean Park, he is the best barterer I have ever met. He could get us deals that are 75, 85% off.
The pants you give me same price as yesterday, right? 450.
This one.
This shirt?
Yes.
Altogether 1,000. This one and the pants.
Being in a town so busy at night, there's cars and motorcycles flying by you, and you're going into all these cool shops and seeing things that you've never seen before. And, talking with the guy, making friends, laughing with the shop owners, and then trying to settle a price, man to man. It's just exhilarating and amazing.
Do you want to talk about chilling on the roofs of the hotel?
Chilling on the roofs of the hotel.
At night?
At night. That was a nightly thing. Almost every night we did that. And we'd all sit in a circle either on the main roof or the annex roof. And we had some candles around, and it was, we just sit, talk, listen to music, do some disco, and that kind of stuff. It was, you really connected with the people on that trip. Those were the times that I felt I was the closest to the people, especially when I'm sitting beside them and just having a moment. Even when Bunbury came up and said hello, I felt like, oh, she's part of us. She's not a strict teacher. She's chill.
temple on the hill.
Temple.
When we climbed up the stairs. where all the monkeys-
Swayambuna,
That's it.
whatever it's called, monkey temple.
Monkey temple.
We'll call it that.
Was that your first time seeing monkeys?
Other than in a zoo, yes.
What did you think about the monkeys?
Some were friendlier than others. I have footage of me being sort of attacked by a monkey, you could say. I was getting in close to its face and it sort of made a move at me and it kind of put me away like, oh, I'm not going to see the monkeys anymore. But it was really interesting to see them run around and come up behind you and steal Jackson's granola bar.
Swayambuna stupa. It means the self-created stupa. But it was not created when water ran down from the lake. This
At Durga Square, whatever it's called.
Derby Square.
Durga Square. There were wooden carved door frames that were very old, and if you look in very close to them, you can see the most detailed carvings that have lasted hundreds of years. Some were, little monkey heads all around, and the most beautiful things. And it's amazing to think, after all that's happened there, and after so many years, that they kept that well preserved. When we walked into the room at Bhaktapur, I believe it was, there was a soldier holding a baby, and I sort of thought, well, why is there a soldier with a gun holding a baby? And they were both smiling, having a good time and stuff, and I guess I can assume that maybe it was his kid and he has to bring it to work with him, or maybe he was a stray kid, orphan on the street, but they looked really cute.
When we were on our way to the Burning Ghats, what was going through your mind about what you might see?
To be honest, I was not thinking about it. I was laughing for other reasons, Rooster. But the times that I did think about it during the day, and I knew we were going there, and some people in the trip did discuss it with me, and it was kind of, we didn't really know what we were going to see. Seeing, one of the bodies on the Ghats was really sort of kind of eye-opening. It's something you never see, especially in Western society. And to see that firsthand, only a couple meters away from you, it hits you in a way that you don't usually feel.
Did you see the foot that was on the ground?
I did. I was sort of surprised, like, oh, it's a foot. It was sort of kind of eerie, I guess you could say.
Being part of Prakash Community Library in days to come. At the end, we would like to thank all the well-wishers in helping PCL to come so far.
Do you want to talk about the crazy rainstorm that happened that night that Mr. Operating was receiving the award?
Yes. So there, in the auditorium of the school that we were watching the local town folk do little performances and giving awards to Miss Memory Miss Sheffield, there was torrential downpour, so loud that the woman on stage talking through the microphone, you could not hear. We thought that there were, bombs going off. It was so loud. I've never heard or seen that much rain in my life.
Do you want to talk about first meeting your homestay buddy?
Well, I first met him. My roommate James and I met him, and he seemed like a real solid, nice guy. And he started to walk us to his house, and he wanted to take pictures of us behind statues that are in the city and all that kind of stuff. And so he was very welcoming, and he was close to our age as well, so we could connect on a better level. When we first got to the house, we sat down on the carpets, and his mother, our buddy's mother, gave us big plates of unpopped popcorn. It was roasted and it was delicious, because I thought they just didn't know how to cook popcorn, and they thought just taking it and then just giving it to us on plates was how they do it. But then I tasted it and it was absolutely delicious. And then after that, we went on a 4 or 5 hour walk around the city. He showed us the university, all his friends' houses, all his farm, all that kind of stuff. We met up with other people on their homestays and played games. It's lots of fun.
Looks good.
What's your name?
Sid.
Sid. S. Sid. Your friend's name?
Thomas.
Thomas. J.
J?
Yeah, J.
J and T.
Thomas. J आउँछन् मैले त Thomas लेखेको छ Thomas.
S plus J.
So men across, big tall people across the back, and then some in the middle and some kneeling down in front. Everybody in the picture.
Do that. Do you want to? I should probably go. You know Stu? Yeah, I'm not Kathy, yeah? Not you, man. I thought you were from Jingat. Yeah, Liam. Yes. Yeah, go on. Handshake. Yeah, check it. Oh, no. Do yours. Okay, no. Do yours. Mine, yeah. I can't remember. Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's going to be hard, but you might have to focus a little bit. Yeah.
Crazy trippy bus ride that was literally on the side of the mountain.
Oh my gosh.
What was going through your head?
Wait, who wants to start? Okay, well, I was next to Steph, and Steph's knuckles were literally white from gripping the seat so hard. I'm scared. I thought we were gonna die. We were going down one of the rocky paths. It was right after the road ended, so now it was just all rubble. And we were going down the cliffs. There was nothing on the side of the cliff, so if the bus tipped over, and these bus drivers are ridiculous. It was so nerve-wracking. He was just going down, and we went down a little bit of a hill, and the bus, it went off one side, and it kind of went like that, and I held on to Marina, and I thought we were actually gonna die. I just kind of saw my life flash before my eyes, but then it kind of went, Wah! And then it went back down, and then he just went straight. No one was phased.
Sean and Thomas behind me were squealing like little girls the entire time, and Cheyenne beside me was sort of calmly panicking, and I was just like, if we fall off, that'd be cool. I'd be dead, but it'd be cool. It's like if you took a mountain that was like this, and then you have a bus that just goes around it, and then you do that for 8 hours, and you go up, and then the edge is that far away from you, and it's like you look over the edge and you can't see ground. You can see ground a kilometer down, but you can't see ground.
Only inches away.
Like literally inches.
I mean, I was really scared because I have a huge fear of heights, and I thought we were gonna die, so I was like preparing myself for death, but that didn't happen, of course. I mean, the drivers were really, really insane, but they're really good drivers. Like, I could never drive like that.
Talk about the mountains. How big they were.
They were massive. They were
Biggest in the world. nothing like here.
Being in the mountains there was awesome. I mean, seeing like that big, those big mountains right in front of you and being so high up, it felt like I was on top of the world, and I was pretty damn close to it. So we got off the bus and we were in our hotels at the first stop, and the bros were taking a quick look at around the city. We went down this little hill, and the entire hill was filled with weed, all the plants. And I thought to myself, I'm running through drugs. Like, I'm legitimately walking through marijuana. I mean, if this was in Canada, the police would have it, cordoned off and completely gone within a few days, and they arrest everybody. But there, it's like, oh yeah, you sure you can walk through marijuana? How often do you get to do that? I can now say to anybody, it's like, oh, have you ever had any experience with drugs? Well, I walked through fields of marijuana once in Nepal. I mean, Day one, starting out, I had put all my gear on, which I did not need. Exactly about 5 minutes, I took about 3 layers off, and I thought, why the hell am I wearing all this? But after the first 2 or 3 hours, I started to kind of feel it, that it was slowly getting harder, because I think I was the one person who practiced the most for trekking, and that was one hike. I was determined to do more, but then it just didn't work. So I wasn't as prepared as I thought I would be for the trek. I was one of the first 8 or 9 students to get there, so first of all, there were a couple places beforehand that were decoys. We thought we were there, and we got all excited, and we weren't. There were like 20 more minutes. When I got there, I sat my ass down and said, I'm done. But then I thought to myself, no, 14 more days. Great.
Who's your new friend?
It's a stranger number 1. I just told you, stranger number 1.
I think it was. Was it Lang-Tang? Yeah, it was Lang-Tang.
Okay, when we were in Lang-Tang village, we stopped at a primary school, and we kind of introduced ourselves to these children that go to school there, and they were all pretty little, like 5 to 7, and adorable and smiley, and probably didn't speak English, but it didn't really matter. We played some games with them, and we played a really great game of soccer with them, and it was really nice to just feel connected to these children who probably, might not even get the chance to go to school and get an education like we do. So it was nice to, connect with someone that maybe wouldn't get that connection from someone our age ever, and just kind of play with them and spin them around and pick them up and play patty cake. Just bond. It's great.
I think being at that school for me was probably one of my favorite parts of the trip, just because I was comparing them to the kids here, and just the way we got to play with them, like everybody's like, oh, like lead a game, because I teach swimming lessons here, and I was like, well, what game can we play? So we were playing fishy in the middle, and I just kept on thinking, like, wow, this is like, there's no difference between them and the kids at home. I felt really like connected with them, and it was so fun to be with them. And one of the little boys, he came with us back, like after we went back to the hotel, and we were sitting watching people play soccer, and he sat on my lap, and then I was like, oh, what's that? And he got up, and he peed on me, but it was really funny for me, and I don't know. Yeah, that was probably my favorite moment. It's really emotional too, leading them, because I've definitely bonded with a lot of the kids there.
Big picture, teacher's choice. We're gonna walk over there. We're gonna take a picture. Okay? Everybody together. Everybody nice and tight, you guys. Can you move in nice and tight? Yeah. Are we all in?
Okay, everybody ready?
Can you get us? Everybody say namaste.
Namaste. 1, 2, 3.
Especially because it's good for children's safety.
back, keep going.
You have to smile, you have to smile. Smile.
Smile. Here, poke him.
Sundari
Yeah. Okay.
Sean.
Good.
Oh, Sean.
Thank you. Sage.
Who do we have left now?
We're looking for
Dinesh, right?
Dolnath, Shyam Lama, Tinter's gone, and Gakul.
Oh, we still have a lot left.
Just 3. I think just 3. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, a lot of people would.
So the last day, walking to the buses. Were you sad at that time, or were you happy that it was finally over? What was going through your head?
Well, I was really excited. I'm like, wow, we made it. That was such a big accomplishment. And then when we got down there, I was really sad. And like when we were saying goodbye to the porters, it was so emotional. We were like really sad, but I was excited to get back to the guest house. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I was just gonna kind of agree with that, I guess. Like, it was like a huge accomplishment. Like, we just trekked in the Himalayas for 14 days. Like, I don't know, not many 17, 18-year-olds can say they've done that, but I don't know, just kind of like being on the pass. It was sad because we were that much closer to the end of our trip.
What were your thoughts when you stepped onto the plane leaving Kathmandu Airport?
It was upsetting to leave, but it was kind of exciting to know they were coming back home. Share with everyone what you saw there. So.
Is it easy to try to show people here, try to explain to them what it was like over there?
No, I can't. I really haven't even told my parents yet. I don't really know how to explain the trip.
You can't explain it to someone who hasn't been there. You can try and show them pictures and read out of your diary, but it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Where in your face Okay. Try again. Okay.
Too scared.
Okay. That's it. Okay. Join in the next session.
No,
No,
my
I'm
gosh,
not.
I'm hardly on you.
Yeah. Okay.
We need a
Jasmine,
bigger.
get in here.
Okay.
Okay. We need more
I was
people.
working on
Sean,
that.
get in here.
Wait. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Thomas, 6.5.
Okay, safe trip, guys.
Let's all
Drive
run.
carefully.
And drive. Put it in gear and drive. Filming, go. Drive. I'm not wasting footage. Drive.
Right.
Oh, why are you going? No, no, no. Not that guy, no. He was one of my favorite
Thomas?
Friends, and then my best friend right here, this guy. Best friends. Chilling in Nepal.
टाटा गरिदेऊ रे टाटा गरिदेऊ रे खै टाटा गरे
Okay. One moment. Okay. I just need to move it that way, okay? So hop up, then you can get back up. You need to first hop up for 1 second. I'm gonna put this, and then you get back up, okay?
Yeah.
No, it's still his turn. It's still his turn. Okay, you guys good? Ready? Oh! Oh, good. Ready? Lean forward. Say bye-bye. Ta-ta.
Hello. This not.
It doesn't come off, it stays on.
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did the exact same thing.
This is our room.
Got a good view off the balcony over here. It's gonna do it.
Oh, this is how they dance.
I know, but like, you know how we like
Oh my God.
Sorry, I was jumping in.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bridget. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, God, guys.
Yeah, we have one cake and an awful lot of people. So, but we also have an orange for everybody.
I was afraid this is gonna happen. Anyways, thank you all so much. I'm kind of the outsider of this whole thing. Thank you. Oh my God, I feel so honored. I think that's the most beautiful birthday I had in years. Usually I spend it with my two little dogs and somewhere else. No, that's great. So thanks for just welcoming me to that group and making it a really special day. Okay?
Oh, what have we got? We got. Remember the oranges look green, but they're delicious.
Come and go past everyone. Just so you can fit it.
It's way too wide.
Over here.
Guys, everybody over here. We have to squish it this way. Yeah, squish it this way.
Guys, everybody this way.